Hello everyone, welcome to BATV Fan Doosra show powered by Paytm First Games. I'm Kunal, this is Sanika, I have Naresh, Ronak and Amol with us. यार बाकी सब एक तरफ.
मेरा टॉस जीत गया.
Naresh, what's your reaction to this?
No, it's
I
good
think
on his birthday. The entire support staff, everyone was laughing and congratulating him for winning the toss. Now the big step is to win the game.
First of all, happy birthday, Virat.
Yeah, Virat, I'm
Let's
very happy birthday. Hopefully आज टॉस भी जीत गए, 71st सेंचुरी भी हो जाएगी.
और मैच
Ronak,
भी जीतेंगे.
finally we have won the toss. Super happy or a little too late यार कि पहले वाले जीत जाते तो शायद अभी सिचुएशन कुछ अलग रहता.
यार पहले वाले मतलब एक कम से कम जीत जाते दो में से तो भी चलता. मतलब लास्ट 8 T20Is विराट हैज लॉस्ट I guess seven tosses, lost 7 tosses and all 7 times we have batted first. So it is inconsequential कि अब क्या बोले. मतलब विराट और टॉस का मतलब छोड़ दो यार, टॉस करवाते ही क्यों, दे दो ऐसे ही. बट एनीवेज आई थिंक दिस वाज अ गुड टॉस टू विन. एटलीस्ट हम लोग का कुछ चांसेस अभी बरकरार है दैट वी माइट एक्चुअली जो भी मेरे और मे बी सानिका के जैसे फैंस है जो अभी थोड़ा भी लग रहा है कि हो सकता है कुछ, तो दे स्टिल हैव होप्स कि कुछ हो सकता है. दैट इज इन आवर हैंड. मे बी लेट्स होप फॉर अ बिग विन.
Let's hope for a big win. Amol, do you still have those hopes, or are you from मतलब
Yes,
the side
no,
team?
I do have hopes. I'm in the same team as Ronak and Sanika. I would like to say
Amazing.
that
Yeah.
अभी भी है hopes है, but I think it is important to control the controllables. So toss का हम लोग बोलते हैं, but it is not something that is in our hands. But I think that has given the entire nation a great gift today by winning the toss. But I think if we control the controllables, हम लोग अपनी तरफ से तो सब दे देंगे, पर obviously we are dependent on other teams to win or lose now. So I am still hopeful. Yes.
मुझे हम लोग के टीम पर भरोसा है, बट बाकी के टीम्स पर नहीं भरोसा है. वो लोग अगली गेम खेल सकते हैं.
I was still disappointed that Namibia couldn't defeat New Zealand. पता नहीं क्यों मुझे लग रहा था.
Even I wanted to.
Yeah, Naresh, were you watching the match and hopeful कि Namibia कुछ कर दे?
Just because Namibia are playing wore black, that is why maybe. Just because they were wearing black and New Zealand were not wearing blacks.
Confusion हो गया था. Naresh, like were you watching the match, the previous one?
Yeah, I did watch the game. They did very well in the first half or right up to the 15th, 16th over. उसके बाद I think a little bit of, you can say, lack of experience. They completely changed the length and Nisham and Phillips, they just about 60 plus they scored in the last 4. I think that took away the match. Yeah, and then obviously फिर pressure आया. बहुत अच्छी bowling lineup है New Zealand की. So the pressure came to chase that big target. अगर 135, 140 तक रखते तो नामीबिया का batting approach थोड़ा अलग होता.
But see, on a positive note, I feel अगर इन दोनों टीम से थोड़ा तो close लिया New Zealand, wasn't a one-sided win for New Zealand, तो Afghanistan actually stands a chance to beat them. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Anyway, let's focus on today's game right now. Amok, finally toss हमारे favor में गया है. We are going to bowl first and then chase. क्या total होना चाहिए ताकि we can chase it down in let's say 10 overs or something कि net run rate बहुत बढ़ जाए.
यार हमारा बस चले तो 50 बीट चलेगा यार हम लोग को. मतलब if it's up to, I mean, yeah, seriously, if it's up to us, then I think जितना कम हो उतना अच्छा है, because we'll be able to chase it that early. And run rate जो बहुत important है अभी, it will get a bit more healthier. जो हम लोग अभी positive में है, it is just on the brink of getting positive. It is positive, 0.073 है, if I'm not wrong. So I think lesser the better. I think we should go all guns blazing, up to their batsmen to get them out as early as possible, so that end में अपना run rate थोड़ा बढ़ जाए.
So रौनक realistically कितना मारेंगे ऐसा लग रहा है फर्स्ट इनिंग्स में वो लोग?
प्रैक्टिकली आई फील दैट 120 के नीचे होना चाहिए. अगर उससे ऊपर हुआ तो विल बी इन टू माइंड्स दैट कि चेज को जल्दी करे या फिर मतलब आराम से करे. उससे ज्यादा हुआ तो, उससे कम हुआ तो विल स्टिल बी कि हम लोग के पास 6-7 विकेट है एंड वी माइट गो ऑन टू चेज दिस विद लाइक विद 2-3 विकेट्स और 4 विकेट्स डाउन. बट इफ द टारगेट इज अराउंड 130 140 विल बी इन टू माइंड्स दैट लास्ट तक लेके जाए, इसको क्या करना है, जीतना पहला प्रायोरिटी है. तो दैट विल बी अ बैकलैश आई गेस. So at least or say maximum 120 125, not more than that.
Okay,
इधर अमुक बोल रहे अंडर 50, इधर अक्षत बोल रहे अंडर 100. Like
Naresh by 150?
No, actually, I'll put a different perspective. Scotland का आपने अगर पहला गेम देखा होगा against Afghanistan, they struggled against spin. Afghanistan का जो positive net run rate है because of the big margins they won against Scotland and Namibia. That's why India went in with a third spinner today. What's going to be interesting is yesterday what happened between Bangladesh and Australia, though it was a day game. If India can replicate that about 80, 83 all out, and then India go on to chase in 6, 7 overs, India would like to take that, and that is why I was more, in favor of Rahul Chahar playing because how Zampa bowled yesterday. लेकिन चलिए अभी they are going in with Ashwin and Varun who are little average in the field, so that also. So, but yeah, three spinners is a good game plan. It's just that how well they execute.
Again, finally, mystery spinner वापस आ गया अंदर. Let's hope it actually spins a web around there.
अमोघ, do you agree? मतलब आपको पसंद आया कि जो playing 11 में changes हुए, or you wanted someone else to play?
Like Naresh bhai mentioned, he wanted Rahul.
Yeah, exactly. As Naresh bhai mentioned, I would have loved to see Rahul Chahar as well, especially because of how Zampa bowled yesterday. But again, I think there is some confidence that Varun Chakravarti is not, very experienced नहीं बोल सकते, but he's not played a lot of international cricket. So IPL maybe he's come into the KKR team right now before 1 or 2 years. So I feel he's a new prospect in terms of even the Scotland batsman reading him. So I think they have picked him because of that aspect. And कोई भी bowling करे यार बस wicket निकाल दो जल्दी से जल्दी. We all are hoping just for that.
So there's an interesting stat over here by Quick Buzz. If Scotland score 160, India need to chase it down in 11.3 overs to get their net run rate to 1+. If they chase it down in 7.4 overs, they can get their net run rate past that of Afghanistan. So I think that has to be the focus. But bro, 7.4 overs में मतलब we have to actually get them down.
मतलब अमोघ का score चाहिए. उसने बोला वो
50-60 के अंदर ही निकालना पड़ेगा.
And Kunal, that's the other thing. They are taking 160 because Scotland actually did well against New Zealand the last game. They batted well. So even Scotland lost the game, they will be high on confidence क्योंकि वो मैच बहुत अच्छा उन्होंने going on to chase 172 जो था 156 किया. So that is where another thing India has to look for. But I think the three spinner strategy will kind of restrict them from a big score. Hope they are restricted from a big score.
Hopefully. Amog, you want to add something?
No. I just crossed my fingers.
Ronak, you tell me which bowler are you looking forward to actually lead the charge today?
As expected, Jasprit Bumrah, maybe he will do the damages up front and maybe take 2-3 wickets up front so that they get restricted and go into their shell in the first power play itself. So that after that our spinners can choke them out, Ashwin, Jadeja and Varun Chakravarti. And maybe what Naresh sir said, 70-80 runs, though I'm skeptical about that. I think that they will somehow scale past to 120, 110, 120. But going by that sense, maybe we'll do well. And Jasprit Bumrah, along with Ashwin, the comeback man, maybe his reverse carambol, which is trending, that might pick us some wickets, maybe.
I genuinely like how, I don't know if it's only me, but ये साल ये specific ICC tournament में the affiliate teams are performing really well. And like पहले we used to just write them off कि नहीं यार कुछ नहीं करेंगे, easy wins. And now they are not easy wins, they are wins. But they won't just give it away कि यार ले लो तुम लोग. So I think let's take a moment to appreciate that. You had a question?
और हम लोग उन पर डिपेंडेंट है अभी.
हाँ, See, we are just pumping them up. Among which affiliate? Naresh. Yeah.
No, go ahead. I'll come back. You can go ahead.
Which affiliate team has impressed you the most?
I think I would have to say Scotland because the kind of batting and the kind of fight they give in every game. So the point that you mentioned just now before I am speaking that we need to take some time and appreciate the associate nations, all of them, especially Scotland, I feel, because it's really good for world cricket. I mean, teams coming in from associate nations and really playing competitive cricket, I think we should be happy as cricket fans, basically. I mean, we are all rooting for our respective countries, but I think we should be happy because we are cricket fans at the end. So it's really pleasing to watch. My favorite associate team till now, Scotland, for sure. Aaj hara do yaar par.
So Ronak?
Yeah, so before that, I would say that, to be honest, I enjoyed maybe qualifiers more than the Super 12 stage because that was competitive, that was fiery, and every team gave their best. And the best thing for me was to see how PNG, though they didn't qualify, but the way they played their game. And in the first match, what it meant to them just to hear that national anthem being played in an international stage, they cried down. I was like heartwarming. So it was really spectacular for me in the qualifiers itself. But playoffs, our actual Super 12s, I think that was kind of sluggish to start with. We actually, as an Indian fan, it is always sluggish when you lose 2 matches. So I won't say that's for us, but all the other teams as well, they were also struggling with their bats, 120, 130 kind of, matches. That is one or two is good, but all the matches were like that. So I didn't really think of that. But as far as associate nations are caused, because I just like Namibia just because of their dress color. I just love that. They have the best, I guess, kit in the tournament.
Okay.
Okay, हम लोग
So
इधर
Ronak is shifting. Ronak is shifting to fashion designing now.
इधर हम लोग इंडिया और स्कॉटलैंड की बात करें उधर कमेंट सेक्शन में हाउ मच डज अफगानिस्तान नीड टू विन बाय फॉर इंडिया टू हैव अ चांस सीधा नेक्स्ट मैच पर पहुंच गए वो लोग।
Anyway, like we were just talking the other day कि हम लोग अपना next match Sunday को है. It's actually on Monday, but हम लोग का सबका ध्यान है on New Zealand versus Afghanistan. Like we are so dedicated in supporting Afghanistan right now. Naresh bhai, what about you? Which affiliate team was impressed you the most?
If I look at the qualifiers in this, I'll go with Namibia because they came back. They lost the first match in qualifier. फिर उन्होंने Netherlands और Ireland को हरा के they came in. Yes, they have not won any game in the Super 12, लेकिन they look good. Or India has to still go through one left-arm seamer, in against Namibia. So that we'll have to see how they fare. लेकिन I was coming back to 2019 का जो ranking था वो उन्होंने लिया ये World Cup के लिए because it was supposed to be 2020 World Cup in Australia. जहाँ पे श्रीलंका बांग्लादेश क्वालिफाई नहीं हुए और काफी अपसेट हो गए थे कि they had to go through a qualifier. But Bangladesh has been very, very disappointing. Especially the loss yesterday. They have lost all their games. So I think they have gone a step behind in their cricket. Sri Lanka rather has done better since they played India at home. They have done well. Lekin Namibia has showed that they can go a long way creating upsets also. Scotland, Ireland play a lot of competitive cricket around the United Kingdom. They play a lot of competitive cricket. Their players participate in the local counties. So they will continue to play a high standard of cricket. It's just the conditions they need to get used to. ये काफी उनके लिए थोड़े tough conditions है. You're playing in Sharjah. Abu Dhabi still they would prefer, but Sharjah is very tough for them to cope with. But yeah, it's good. There's progress. Next year we'll see 4 more teams come in. Let's see how it goes. Yeah.
So now we're just 10 minutes away from the match. I'm really excited because I'm expecting a big win from margin point of view. Yeah, Ron. Go on.
Naresh, sir, just like to correct you, their Namibia's first 3 frontline pacers are left armers.
Yeah.
So we might see 6-4-3 or 6-4-4. You don't. We just fingers crossed. And the other thing is that they actually won a game. That is why we were trolled so much that हम लोग Namibia से भी नीचे है. So they actually won a game in Super 12. So those are the 2 factors.
Sorry, yeah, they beat Scotland, right?
Yeah, they beat Scotland. So yeah. And their left arm pacers did that. So we'll be very skeptical in our last match कि हम लोग के साथ वैसा कुछ ना हो.
3 in the first, yeah.
Totally. So I think let's focus a little bit on today's game right now. Any specific player that you're concerned about, Amok, from the opposite team?
From the opposite team, I think their opener Munzi has been performing really well, and he is known to attack spinners. I think if he gets the ball in his slot, he really attacks spinners. So I think we have elected to. Since we have elected to bowl first, I think we should be really wary of Munzi.
Okay,
Ronak?
Yeah, I kind of agree to Amog that their openers are really doing, to an extent, whatever the competition they have provided in terms of Munzi and Kylie Kodza. So their captain. Those 2 are the players which you have to be wary about.
Yeah. Okay. Naresh bhai?
Yeah, I'll go with though they're going to bowl when the dew comes in. वो left arm spinner है उनके, I think Mark Watt.
Yes.
He's done very well this World Cup. He's doing well. So how we cope with him when he comes in? He may be brought in very early if they don't have much to defend. So we'll have to see how we play against the spinners. But yeah, they are highly dependent on the the opening batters, and I think Bumrah should take care of that. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Okay, either Akshat is saying Bumrah will take a hat-trick in this game.
Hopefully,
Please.
But we have to win with the big match. It's much. But at least we can leave saying कि यार अगर कुछ result हमारे favor में जाता तो qualify हो जाते. It's not like कि हम लोग we were just on our own. Talking about today's match, talking about हम लोग का second innings actually, because we will meet you directly after the match is done. Batting. Do you think KL and Rahul will be enough to chase down जो भी total करेगा? I genuinely feel so and hope so. Amok?
yes, I do feel KL and Rohit will be enough, should be enough, because we are hoping that we get them under 100. At least I am hoping that we get them under 100. And I feel, yes, KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma will be good enough to get us over the line, at least, if not over the line, at least very close to the target, because there will be some amount of dew that will come in the second innings, and that should help the ball coming onto the bat pretty nicely. So yes, I do hope KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma will do the job.
Ronak, what about you?
Yeah, I feel the same. Just that their left arm spinner does not cause again a trouble because they don't have left arm pacer. Maybe left arm spinner. What is his name? Mark Watt or something like that. Yeah. So he will be the key if we tackle him in the power play, because I'm sure that they will by history or by whatever, by Tantrik anything, they will maybe provide 2 overs of Mark Watt in the power play. So if we get through that, maybe Rohit and Rahul will chase it down. Hopefully.
Okay, Naresh?
Yeah, I think the way they approached the last inning, though it was in Abu Dhabi, it was something refreshing to see how they approached it. So I think they'll come with that mindset. और काफी कुछ गप्टिल और बटलर ने किया था when they opened to show us how they can kind of build an inning. So I think KL and Rohit will play the key on the start. और अगर small total chase कर रहे हैं तो obviously we will again see some changes in the batting order if we lose a wicket. So yeah, we want to chase it aggressively. Yeah.
Okay, and before we end, एक क्वेश्चन सबको, कौन मतलब पावर प्ले में कितने विकेट्स जाने वाले हैं?
Let's predict now. Ronak, starting with you.
10 wicket.
ये predict करो.
10 wicket.
10 wicket पावर में.
नरेश?
28 for 4.
24. Amol?
I would say 31 for 5. I'm hoping.
31 for 5 and power play itself. थोड़ा ऐसा पॉकी नहीं हो रहा हम लोग जरा. They are a good team.
थोड़ा नहीं, बहुत हो रहे हैं.
That's
desperation.
100 के partnership मार के बैठे openers. Let's hope for the best. Okay, chalo, one more prediction. Who's going to give us the initial breakthrough? I know Naresh Bhai will mention Bumrah, but please try for a different answer. Naresh Bhai, starting with you.
Okay, so if you don't want Bumrah, I think we may play Varun or Ashwin in the bowl them in the power play, so one of them will get the breakthrough. Whoever bowls the spinner, yeah.
So basically Bumrah, but अगर Bumrah नहीं तो Varun or someone. Fair enough. Ronak?
I think that Mohammad Shami will start the over like in the last match. So I feel that Mohammad Shami will provide us the initial breakthrough, maybe 1 or 2 wickets in the first over itself. So that would be great.
ये थोड़ा ज़्यादा है, 1 or 2 wickets in the first over.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. Ravichandran Ashwin.
Who?
Ashwin.
Okay. So great. Yeah. Are you saying something? Your voice is cut. Can you please repeat the answer?
No. I said Ravichandran Ashwin.
You said Ashwin and just sat like that. Okay, fine. Okay, cool. So before we leave, I have one question for each one of you. One thing which really concerns me is in terms of our bowling. Last match we got to a comfortable position, and that's when we leaked a lot of runs. How can we make sure that doesn't happen again today? I think last match में Shardul और Hardik ने काफी runs leak किए थे. First match we couldn't pick much wickets. First and second matches में. Ronak, how can we actually tackle that issue?
Bowl them in 10 overs. Bowl them out. But to be practical, I would say that just maybe reserve 1 or 2 overs of Mohammad Shami for the death. Maybe I know we are skeptical about that, but I think his Yorkers are coming good as of late. In last 2 games, we saw that he's improving day by day. So maybe his 2 overs and combined with Bumrah's 1 or 2 overs in the death would do us good. So just leave 1 or 2 overs in the death for them. That might sort us out.
Okay. Naresh, but instead of that, don't you think कि best bowlers को start में डाल दो ताकि last over तक जाने का नौबत ही नहीं आएगा?
See, it depends on how the start is. If the best bowlers give you a good start, as we have been talking, how many wickets would go in the power play, then it doesn't make sense leaving them for behind, because we are talking about a batting lineup which probably will not give them results beyond 5 or 6 number. लेकिन बहुत important होगा कि how the 7 to 15 the changes are made, and I agree with Ronak when the 6th bowler either should come in, or Jadeja, who's actually a 5th bowler, but you can't call him a wicket-taking bowler. You finish him between 7 to 15 and then keep your experienced wicket-taking bowlers for the remaining last one. But yeah, it all depends on how well India starts. They'll have to go all out and attack if the start is good.
Okay, perfect. Really nice talking to all of you, Naresh Bhai, Ronak, Amok, Sarika, and me as well. First of all, 4 minutes are left before the match begins. So go download Paytm First Games, create your team, and join some contests. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see you again post-match. Before that, I'll connect on Bharat Instagram with Tommy, जो भी stands में रहेगा. Thank you so much for joining, guys. This is BATV Fan Doosra show powered by Paytm First Games. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thanks.